So earlier today, I had a situation with an individual. So there's a guy today, and so he made a post, and this is the post that he made. His name's Flint Dibble, by the way. Like, this sounds like the name of a fucking, like Quagmire's best friend and fucking Family Guy. It's like, this is the dumbest name I've ever heard in my life. Flint Dibble? Like, Jesus Christ. Hopefully it's not his real name, right? I mean, oh my god. And an archaeologist with a fedora. So you're guaranteed to be getting some good takes here, right? So I made a post, and so there was a video that was circulating about some riot in Chicago where everything was on fire. It was this one, right? I think I made a link, right, to it. Yeah, it was this video. You guys remember this video, right? And so I was responding to that, and I said, there's a very easy solution to this. Bring in the National Guard, round all of them up, and put them in forced labor camps. Shoot the ones that are violent and attack police. Done. You can literally solve this problem overnight, but we choose to allow these animals to run wild. And so Elon replied to this, right? And so this is what he says. The increasing popularity of this sort of rhetoric should terrify everyone. Now, there's no reason for why, like, there's no reasoning that's being, added in here. There's no, like, you're not saying anything. You're just saying, this is really bad. Can you believe he would say this? How could you say this? Flint Dibble debated the guy from Ancient Aliens and lost? Wait, what? Oh my god. Wait, this is the guy? Wait, this is the guy that's crying about me on Twitter, really?
I mean, I can boot it up on my computer.
Oh my god.
So if you look at this, you have very clear stone courses, for example, underwater. And it's not just
space.
Controversial point. I'm
organisms that exist in the earth and that they're sharing resources.
Jesus, bro, like, I guess so. And ounce that Flint Dibble, I don't even know what this is. Grant, the 3 pairs of his glasses, I don't know what this is. And Flint Dibble is a real life. I didn't even know who this guy is. I had no idea. He's the same age as you? Wait, this guy's as old as... No, he's not. No, he's not. There's no way he's as old as me. No, he's probably like 46. It's taking a while, huh? Yeah, see, he's all right. Y'all stressing me out. Everybody's stressing me out. 46. So I clocked that perfectly, by the way. Like, I really am that guy. And so, anyway, baited. No, it just stressed me out. It did. And, so same age as you. Why don't you shut the fuck up, all right? So anyway, this guy was crashing out and crying about me. And he says, the increasing popularity of this sort of rhetoric should terrify everyone. And so, obviously, there's no reasoning for this. And it says, this is the reply that he gives. Giving final solution vibes a terrifying look. You mean like Hitler's final solution where he killed all the Jews and he did the Holocaust of 20 million people. Yeah, you know what that reminds me of? Putting people in jail for setting the houses on fire and riding around with machine guns in cars. The first thing I think of whenever I think of putting people in jail for lighting things on fire and driving around with machine guns is Hitler. That's right. 6 million, not 20. Well, I think 20 million people total died in the Holocaust. I think that's the number. I'm not really a Holocaust expert, and usually most of the people that disagree are, people that say that they usually think that number's a lot lower. So, I don't want to get into that, but my understanding is that the understood number is 20 million, right? And so, anyway, how many total? I don't know. I thought it was 20, but who the fuck knows? Who cares? I mean, like, really, it was bad, okay? The point is that What I'm saying has nothing to do with the Holocaust or the final solution or Nazis or anything like that. But this is what these people always default down to, right? They always default down to Nazis, Hitler, like racism or something like that. Anyone who thinks people belong in labor camps is objectively a pathetic husk of a human. You can't treat people like that and claim any moral authority. Okay, I guess I don't have moral authority. I still think we should do it. Like, what do you, was this a debate about moral authority, right? I mean, like, who decided moral authority? Like, I was talking about moral authority. You call me an asshole all you want, I'm still right. So anyway, of course, so they did lock the comments about this. All these replies saying that such humans are not people shows why this is terrifying. Yes, it's terrifying for people like him that their age of engineered chaos is coming to an end, that people are coming to their senses and they're realizing that we don't actually have to live in a police state because we don't have the police putting the people in state prisons. So I think that you have a growing animosity and a growing resentment with like just average people where they are sick of living in a minimum security prison in their everyday life. They're sick of going to a McDonald's with bulletproof glass. They're sick of not being able to sit down at the Wendy's. They're sick of going to Chick-fil-A and the chairs are bolted to the ground so homeless people don't steal them or melt them down for metal. They're sick of it. They're tired of going to CVS and needing to speak with a customer service representative to have a tracking tag taken off of a candy bar. Like, we're just sick of it. We're sick of it. We're so sick and tired of it. And the problem is that really, and this is the issue, right? Is that every single person has to live with these consequences because we don't want to impose consequences on the people that are criminals. And so you are actively dehumanizing your fellow people. I want to let him know, and I will be very perfectly clear. I am absolutely dehumanizing them. That is my goal. That is exactly what I'm saying. I am saying that when you act like this, when you hurt people, when you rape people, when you abuse people, when you assault people, when you murder people, I don't see you as a human anymore. I see you as a fucking animal. And you know what? The feeling is mutual because they think the exact same thing about you. And I don't care about being the better person. I care about helping better people. And that means putting those fucking freaks, those insane psychopaths, putting them in a box for the rest of their life. And so that's all. I don't care about having a moral upper hand. I don't care about being right. I don't care about, well, what will people think about this? I don't care what they think about it. This is the right thing to do, and it's obvious. So really, that's it to me. A padded cell, yeah, dehumanize them, yeah. And that's absolutely, that's the way I feel. 100%, which leads to fucking violence and atrocities. Really, I guess this isn't a violence or an atrocity. Disgusting fascist rhetoric, learn some history and grow some humility. You want to talk, so this guy was farming hate on me. There's a lot of people that farm hate on me, it's fine. But this person seemed like a relatively, like just an average person, so I replied. And, then immediately after that, and also, by the way, people will attack me whenever people make posts like this about me, right? They will. They'll attack me. Hilarious how they only want it one way. Yeah, I know. The bottom 2% oppresses us more than the top 1%. It's getting to be that way, isn't it? And and so this is, a tragedy in 5 parts. I've locked the thread. I've locked this thread to replies. I refuse to be subjected to the disgusting and violent rhetoric these large accounts bring in their wake. Well, I've got bad news for you, buddy. I've got really bad news. Whenever I find out that it's bothering somebody that I'm focusing on them and making fun of them, that makes me do it more because I don't like you. I don't like what you represent. And I don't like the fact that you try to make other people suffer in order to fulfill performative virtue. No, I don't like you. And so now the fact that I know that this bothers you and upsets you, I'm going to do it more. Like, that's because that's my goal. I don't think... Again, we're not trying for the moral upper hand here, okay? And oh, by the way, and I want to say one thing just to be certain, is that inside of my moral framework, I am the only one who's moral. So I have no problem saying and being like, oh, well, I don't mind being the bad guy. Yeah, I don't mind people thinking I'm the bad guy. Because I know I'm not. I know I'm right. This is obviously what you have to do. And the thing is that I just don't, I don't need to try to argue and debate with people that have fallen morality. I don't. They don't have true morality. Their morality is derived by a consensus. That's the way it is. And go read a book? Why? So I can get dumber? So I can be stupid like you? I don't think so. And won't you think about the poor rioters? So this is what I said to respond to him. I said, average people are tired of living under the anarcho-tyranny that has been deliberately engineered across America. And I think this is the correct word, by the way. I'll show this on the Google and you guys will know what it means. Because obviously a lot of people don't know this. Let's see here. Anarcho-tyranny is the political concept describing a societal state that combines the worst elements of anarchy and tyranny. It refers to a system where the government fails to enforce basic laws against criminals, anarchy, while simultaneously over-regulating and fiercely prosecuting law-abiding citizens. So there you go. So I just want you guys to understand, what does this term mean and how am I applying it? I think this is a perfect application of this term. So, and I think it should be used and discussed a lot more. How did you find that word? I don't know. I was on the internet and I read it. I was like, that makes sense. Yeah, it's kind of that. Yeah, exactly. And criminals and crazy terrorize the public with impunity because of your performative morality. We don't have to live like this. Pick is what my post was discussing. And this is obviously, the Chicago thing. And so this is him responding, people don't belong in labor camps. And so this is another, put this on a shirt. This sounds really good for a Marvel movie. This is a great one-liner. Maybe Captain America can say this in the next movie. But inside of reality, yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. And by the way, I'm going to take a step further. I'm putting them in labor camps for their own good. This is for their own good. I'm trying to help them. Because, so you have two worlds, right? So you have the first world where, for example, you sit inside of a prison and you just walk around and do nothing all day and you get in fights and you work out and maybe you play basketball for 2 hours a day, right? You spend the rest of the time jacking off. Is that truly a better existence than being able to develop a skill, maintaining physical exercise potentially, and building a trade or some sort of ability to do something that's of value whenever you get out of jail? So the reality is that not only are the work camps humane, but they are the most humane. And the reason why is because it prepares those people. Because here's a big problem that a lot of prisoners have. It's that they, if you're sitting in jail for 7 years, right? Think about 7 years ago. We didn't have any AI 7 years ago. People were still coding. So imagine a guy goes to jail 7 years ago and he's learning how to code. He gets out this year and all of his coding knowledge is just totally made irrelevant by AI. So the reality is that, let's say he was a coder and now he's not able to develop more skills while he's in jail. That's it. Unironically based. Yeah. And so really, whenever I'm saying this, it is actually the morally correct position. And it's by far the morally correct position. And so I said, why do people not belong in labor camps? He says, oh, why not? Have you ever seen a labor camp? It's inhumane. Well, do you think prisons are inhumane, right? If you have people, if I look at a prison, I would say that a prison is inhumane. I think that a lot of prisons are inhumane. They have people sitting around like animals. Even for example, do you remember watching that video? So let me see if I can find, do you remember the video that they had of her for 24 hours being monitored? I'm sorry, I can't find it right now. Video. Yeah, this is it. A 10-hour long video. So this is the this is what it was like her sitting in jail, right? Footage inside Ghislaine Maxwell's prison cell released in the Epstein files. So we're gonna watch. This is what she does for 10 hours. Is it sped up? It's not even sped up. I thought it was sped up. Give me a second. Let me see if I can find a better version of it. And, yeah, maybe it's not there. And it's not really in jail. Okay, a 10-hour-long video. It was sped up before, but I guess I'm not able to find it. And, anyway, so it's a time-lapse? Yeah, time-lapse. Let me see. I'm not able to find it. All right, I'll see if there's one more of these. If I can't find it, I'm just going to move on because I don't want to waste a lot of time on this. Doesn't really matter. Yeah. Okay, so I can't find it. So she just sits there in this box all day, right? That's literally all she does. She literally just sits there in the box. That's all. That's all she does is sit there all day, all night. In my opinion, I think this is less humane than putting somebody to work. Like, and that's my opinion, right? But, like, I think it is substantially less humane than putting somebody to work and having them do something. Because the human body is meant to move. It's, like, I mean, there's a reason why, you know, you have muscle atrophy, right? I mean, like, that's whenever you don't exercise and move around and do something. So really, whenever I'm saying that you should put them to work, and like, honestly, like, I looked at the El Salvador, like, labor camps, it seemed like those guys were doing pretty well. It seemed pretty good. And so anyway, you advocate to treat humans like livestock. Well, the thing is that what really is the difference whenever it's somebody who's a rapist, right? What's the difference when it's somebody who's a murderer or like a child molester? Honestly, the difference is that at least if you slaughter a cow, you can get some meat out of it. People don't even want to eat each other, so we kill them for no fucking reason. So honestly, I'd say livestock are more valuable. So that's not even a good argument. Why is hard labor livestock now? I don't know. If you're ill, think large groups of people belong in labor camp. Yeah, it's a trash opinion. So there's no actual argument about this, right? It's inhumane. It's disgusting. You're retarded, and it's trash. So this is a person right here who is supposed to be like an educated individual, right? But whenever they get pressed on any of their opinions, they resort down to the most childish, brain-dead, thoughtless name-calling that you could possibly have. That's really what it is. And so there's no actual arguments. It's just an emotional, he's having an emotional, he's having a moment, right? He's having a situation, he's feeling it, right? Rage bait from the start, yeah. And so anyway, Flint says a lot. Yeah, exactly. And so I said the only thing that's inhumane is allowing animals like this to terrorize the public and hurt more innocent people. Empathy for the evil, apathy for the average person. If not a labor camp, what's your solution for dealing with violent and destructive criminals? I think this is a very good answer, a very good question, right? And so it's like, what are you going to do? He says, I have no problem with prosecuting criminals. Well, yeah, you do. You just have a problem. Like, okay, so what if they get prosecuted and they get sent to a labor camp? I mean, what is that? Like, there's... And so immediately after, because I was laying in bed, like, you know, like refreshing, because I was going to reply to this person again, because I knew this person was a bot, right? I knew they were a bot. And so anyway, I was waiting for this. So as soon as he replied to this, that's why there are no other replies to my comment. It's because after this, your inhumane labor camp solution has been tried and rejected as the evil filth it is. There are a lot of countries that have labor camps right now, and they force prisoners into labor. In fact, some places in America do that now. So this isn't even true. Your attitudes belong in the trash bin of history, but you rejoice at bringing more violence. You're pathetic. So this is another totally emotional argument. You're not even addressing the conversation at all. You're not doing anything. Korea, China, like, I think Poland does it. I don't know if Singapore might be one. I could be wrong. Let's see. Besides that, Brazil, Russia does it. Cuba, El Salvador, right? And so, like, the entire, like, I mean, even your arguments are just wrong. Like, it's not even true. So anyway, you have this person, right? And I think this is very funny because you can look at post activity. These are all the quotes. King Biden, I was going with my bingo card. It's enjoyable to read. This guy's out here saying prisoners shouldn't work, ignoring everything that California has its prisoners do. Look how he shuts off commentary once he realizes he has no solution. You can get mad at Asmongold all you want, but he's the result of your performative empathy never providing results humanity actually needs, because they don't care about results. They care about looking good. And so anyway, this guy went and he turned off replies to the entire post. And so this is what people like this do, is that, and I'm gonna follow him. I'm gonna follow him. That way I can keep up with him. I'm gonna just to make sure that, you know, like, if there's something he says, something happens, you know, like, just make sure, see what, you know, where things are gonna go, right? I have no idea. And content farm, exactly. And you know what's inhumane? Belgium is actually going full North Korea. Belgium is? What is this here? Can I find it? And I haven't seen this at all. Oh yeah, I saw this. I'll look at that in a little bit. But yeah, it's ridiculous. And yeah, the guy got banned for saying something that sounded racist. Follow him? You mean farm him? Yes. And so anyway, it got so bad, and this is what was really funny about this, is that he even made a second post about this. Or sorry, a second post. And so you saw other people that were making fun of him, right? All these people are making fun of him, and he had to lock a second post that he did. So these people, and what I have a problem with is that these people have no issue at all, like shoveling shit at me and calling me a fascist, implying I'm a Nazi, saying that I'm evil, saying I'm like a terrible, inhumane human being, that I'm this awful person. But the moment that you try to engage them in conversation, the only real solutions they have are insults and basically burying their head in the sand. It's because they don't have any solution at all. They don't have anything. So they run like rats? Yeah, exactly. You have a field day with this dipshit? He's a know-all jackwagon and thinks his shit doesn't stink? Well, that's good. And I will continue making content about him. And to the extent that it upsets him, I'll only do it more. And so, yeah, what a loser. What a complete loser. And I'll be doing this to more people on Twitter as well. And so, yeah, I appreciate everybody else that comes out and supports me and, you know, is like, you know, it is normal, right? I do appreciate that. And, you know, people like this deserve to get bullied, I think. They do. They deserve to get bullied because they are the bullies. Like, him making this post was trying to get people to bully and attack me. He was trying to put my message out there and then send it to his followers, imply that I'm a Nazi, and then have people that don't like me attack me and feel like he's a good person. So you tried to attack me, it didn't work, and now you're acting like a little bitch. It's really sad. Yeah, farm. Yeah, so he's a crybully. He's a complete crybully. We need to shame these people? Well, we will. We will. We're doing that right now, actually. And so, yes, these people are the bullies. They are. And, yeah, Caleb Hammer, do God work bullying retarded people? I know. The concept of isolating prisoners and making them reflect on their sins, hence the word penitentiary for penitence, did not appear in England until the late 18th century. Well, I mean, like, obviously it's a waste of human capital to just pay somebody to sit around and do nothing, right? So, it's just stupid. But anyway, so I just want you guys to see that, you know, this is the way that these people act, right? Is they get pressed on anything and they turn into retards. And you know what terrifies me? And now also, by the way, I'm very happy about this. Now everybody is attacking this guy. Everybody's shitting on him. And he completely deserves it. I hope it gets worse. I do. And people like this need to get bullied off the internet. And because they're dangerous. People like this are dangerous. They will push these ideologies and they will get people hurt because they care about looking good rather than doing good. So, bet that motherfucker is not a real net taxpayer. I don't know if he is or not. I think if you want to be an archaeologist and you want to expand the field of science and actually do good work, which I'm sure he doesn't, but if you do, I don't care if you're not a net taxpayer because you're a net contributor to humanity. The people that I have problems with are the people that are not making humanity better. They're not trying to make the world a better place. They're not doing anything that's essential. They're just useless eaters that are living off of the government. And there's a lot of examples of that. Is it fraud in archaeology? Like, literally? I wouldn't be surprised. There's a lot of examples of that. So, you know, again, but that's something separate. I don't care about him being a net positive taxpayer. That's my point. But yeah, anyway, that's the way I feel about this guy. And I saw this, it annoyed me, and I figured that I had to reply. I had to say something about this, especially because this guy got mad. And let me go back. I gotta find... So there's a video here, right? Anti-ICE protesters are tearing up cement blocks outside the Delaney Hall Detention Center to reinforce barricades at the facility's exits. Look at him digging up the rocks. Now we're gonna have to pay to have that rock put back in, by the way. That was somebody's rock. Somebody had that rock. Somebody bought that rock. Somebody put that rock in there. And he just digging it up. He digging it up because he's having a bad day. Look at this. Look at Fat Mario over there. Get out of here, Fat Mario, with the Crocs. Stupid ass. I bet you're not doing anything. Why don't you go dig some rocks out of the ground? You need the work. Yeah, what are you doing letting him do everything? A porky. Look at this. So, in the salt mines, yeah, exactly. So you got this shit going on, right? And, anyway, like, Rust Bay, I know, it's adorable, it sure is. And so that really, you know, that's my opinion about these situations, right?